Without any further ado, guys, let's jump right into it. We're going to start off with this. You know, when we talk about movies, we're often talking about the sexier things, the stars of the movie, or the directors, sometimes the writers. We don't often talk about the executives that make all the big decisions that kind of guide and steer where the creative direction of all these movies go, which movies get made, which movies don't get made. Well, a pretty big shakeup has just happened over at Disney Animation. The chief creative officer, the head of Disney Animation, Jennifer Lee, is stepping down as the chief creative officer, the head of Disney Animation, and is being replaced by Jared Bush. Now, the article in the Hollywood Reporter here is suggests that, now, for those of you who think you might recognize Jennifer Lee's name, she's also the person who wrote and directed the first two Frozen movies. Pretty big. Now, the official word being given is that the reason she is stepping down is that so she can solely focus on writing and shepherding and directing the Frozen movies. Because remember, they got 2 more Frozen movies coming. And also remember, this Frozen thing is a multi-billion-dollar franchise. So they say she's stepping down to focus exclusively on Frozen, whereas Jared Bush, who has written things like Moana, he wrote the original Moana. He also wrote and directed Zootopia, and I believe he wrote and directed Encanto. I think he did that one as well. So he's being promoted to kind of step up and take over the chief creative officer role. Lee is stepping down to focus on shepherding and guiding their biggest, most successful animated franchise in Frozen. Now, it's not all ice cream and lollipops. I mean, one of the things the Hollywood Reporter does point out is this. Her departure as COO, and I should say CCO anyway, isn't a complete surprise. During her tenure as the chief creative officer, the storied animation studio suffered major misses, including 2022's Strange World, which was terrible, and last year's Wish, which was also terrible. But she wasn't without her wins. Encanto won an Oscar and was a major commercial success after finding its groove, and the company's upcoming slate includes the highly anticipated sequel Moana 2, out in theaters in November 27th. All right. So this is clearly not any kind of an angry parting of the ways. I mean, she's still staying on at Disney. She is still the shepherd of their crown jewel in Disney Animation with the Frozen franchise. And if you don't already completely believe that the next 2 Frozen films will easily make $1 billion each, then you haven't been paying attention. This is serious. This is obviously a big major thing. So not so bad, but clearly they felt they needed a little bit of shakeup at the top because, again, Wish was terrible. I mean, I wanted to like Wish. I liked the trailers for Wish. Chris Pine as the voice of the evil king was great and everything, but it was just a lousy movie.
Every time I walk into Target, I'm like, they're still losing money because you see all the Wish merchandise there.
Are they still have Wish merchandise on the shelf?
So much that it's like on clearance. I'm like, they can't move this stuff. They actually had high hopes for Wish from just by looking at the merchandise.
Oh yeah, from the marketing you could tell they had high hopes for Wish.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it was a miss and whatever. So you know what? They promote from within. Somebody who's had success with the company, make them the chief creative officer. She's going to just solely focus on a multi-billion-dollar franchise in Frozen. So it looks like everybody wins.
So a change like this is nothing like maybe the average moviegoer is going to notice, right? It's going to probably flow smoothly between the two.
Probably.
Just because it's like not, yeah.
And listen, if you could make the argument that Frozen is just too important to them.
Oh, definitely.
To have the writer, director also be doing 2 jobs, like trying to run Disney Animation and be the writer and director of that. It's the one thing that gives me a little bit of pause about James Gunn. I mean, James Gunn is the guy to be the creative head of DC Studios, yes, especially since he's working with a co-CEO in Peter Safran, who's more of an expertise on the business side. And I'm glad he is directing the first movie they're doing with Superman, but I got to admit, I have all the faith in the world in James Gunn, but that makes me a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
And I guess Disney didn't want to kind of have that kind of a thing. Like, again, Frozen is just too important to them.
Now, do we know if she was CCO when she was doing Frozen
I
too?
don't think she was.
Okay.
I think, and I could be wrong about this, I think she got promoted from within after the success of Frozen, but...
So in a way, James Gunn's task is monumental then, to try to
James Gunn's task is
Herculean.
almost
Yeah.
unwise.
Yeah.
Almost unwise.
Unless,
So-
if not for the fact that then he also, he's co, right?
yeah,
Because if
again,
he didn't
he's
have
got
that
Peter
help,
Safran there with him.
without
Yeah.
Peter's help, I think.
Yeah, so there you go. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Perfect Jean. Okay, so I've got to tell you about The Perfect Jean. These jeans are seriously a game changer. You know that feeling you get when you find a pair of jeans that fit so well that you almost forget that you're wearing them? That's what happened when I tried these. I'm not kidding. They're as comfortable as your favorite sweatpants, and they can slide on like them too, but they still look amazing. Look, as guys, we've all suffered through stiff, uncomfortable jeans, but The Perfect Jean is all about recusing, well, your gentlemanly area. These jeans are soft, stretchy, and they fit like they were custom made just for you. Because they've got an insane range of sizes, whether you're a skinny jeans kind of guy or rocking the bigger look. And they didn't just stop with jeans, they've got the perfect tee as well, with just the right amount of stretch to hide that beer belly, but still make you look great. It's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use the code Campea15 at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with the promo code Campea15. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show by telling them that we sent you. F your khakis and get the perfect jean. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? A little bit of a shakeup at Disney Animation as they got a brand new boss. The boss who has been there is now just going to focus on the Frozen franchise. The guy who gave us Zootopia is now moving up to take over as the chief creative officer of the company. So what do you think about that? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.